This is CBC Here and Now.
This brings the combined potential in less than 7% of our offshore to 49.2 billion barrels of oil.
So offshore is a great place to be. It's a great place to spread and diversify your investments, in particular if you're in oil sands or shale.
Tonight, a new study finds billions more barrels of oil off Newfoundland. What does it mean for companies bidding for parcels in the offshore?
He told me straight up that he would make sure that if I ever entered Atchit Cove again, that he was going to kill me. I mean, this is attempted murder.
A couple dodging bullets. The alleged shooter out on bail.
But why wasn't he charged with attempted murder? As St. John's lawyer takes a closer look at the law.
Good evening and welcome to Here and Now. I'm Jeremy Eaton.
And I'm Anthony Germain. This province's self-proclaimed designation as one of the world's most attractive offshore oil and gas areas received a major boost.
It came today in the form of an independent assessment of the areas up for bid to exploration companies this year. The prospect of billions of barrels of oil, trillions of cubic feet of gas.
Here Now's Terry Roberts is on this story and he joins us live from St. John's Harbour. So Terry, what's this all about?
Well, Anthony, essentially it's about 9 parcels of land on the seabed, hundreds of kilometers offshore from here. 6 of those are associated with the Orphan Basin, well known in local circles now for its great potential, and 3 others are associated with the Jeanne d'Arc Basin, where we already have 4 producing oil fields. Now, there's been an extensive seismic survey of those areas and also other geoscience activities over the last year, and the results were quite impressive.
2 assessment reports have been completed and reveal a combined potential of 11.7 billion barrels of oil and 60.2 trillion cubic feet of gas within both A and B. This brings the combined potential in less than 7% of our offshore to 49.2 billion barrels of oil and 193.8 trillion cubic feet of natural gas.
Those are some huge numbers when you consider it took 20 years of production for Hibernia to reach the 1 billion barrel mark. And the fact only 7% of our offshore basins have been studied. But this information is out there now. And government is hoping oil companies will notice and make some big commitments to explore and perhaps find the next major discovery.
As a result of this data collection and government's investments, multi-billion barrel opportunities have been identified and are available for bid in this upcoming license round.
This is the latest evidence that our offshore is on a roll. Equinor announcing in July it will move forward with a project in the Flemish Pass. Husky and its partners still working on the White Rose extension. Nearly $3 billion in exploration commitments over the last 3 years, and 7 new companies in the mix.
Generally, the offshore is back. We're seeing, last week in Norway, we were at a conference in Rystad, the consultancy said they expect over 100 projects to be sanctioned in the offshore alone in 2018. This is up from 60 the year before and 40 the year before that. So offshore is a great place to be. It's a great place to spread and diversify your investments, in particular if you're in oil sands or shale. And Newfoundland and Labrador is ideally positioned with this resource assessment.
Now, as impressive as these numbers are, we all know that these resource assessments, well, they're no guarantee of anything. We still got to hope that the big oil companies are going to commit to exploration drilling programs in these areas, and only then will we know if these prospects can be transformed into production areas where we'll see another oil-producing field in our offshore. And as we all know, anyone who follows the oil industry knows those kind of things don't happen overnight. Reporting live for Here and Now, I'm Terry Roberts in St. John's.
The Astron, the Apollo, and Northern Ranger are headed for retirement. They'll soon be replaced by 2 new boats. Now that's big news for those who ship cargo and for people traveling across the Strait of Belle Isle bound for the Northern Labrador coast. Here and Now's Jacob Barker was there for today's announcement.
Well, starting next year, you'll be able to do something here you haven't been able to do in a long time. Roll your car onto a ferry. That's being touted as a game changer for Labrador.
For the first time in our province's history, communities in Northern Labrador will have roll-on, roll-off ferry services for passenger vehicles on the MV Greet.
The boats will be bigger.
It will, in my opinion, double the capacity of the coast. It'll be a much better match. You'll still have containers, you'll also have trailers, you'll also have personal vehicles, and you'll also have shrink wrap pallets. So we'll have a little bit of everything.
And more equipped to break ice.
This is a very high ice class with an enormous maneuverability.
For the Astron and the Apollo, the cost of upkeep is more than the original price tag. It's a replacement that's long overdue and comes at a big cost to the company.
It's a lot of money. It's the biggest investment we've ever made.
The community of Black Tickle likely breathed a sigh of relief at today's announcement. The province initially wanted to replace their weekly service with a monthly cargo service and discounted airfares. But now, that's not happening.
Black Tickle will continue to be accommodated once a week with this new roll-on, roll-off ferry service.
And the port in Happy Valley Goose Bay could see more cargo passing through it. Operations to Labrador are shutting down in Lewisport, and that's an exciting prospect for potential tourism in the Big Land and its business community.
Let's face it, what you're seeing right now is probably providing the needs of just Central Labrador. So now we're going to look at adding to that the needs of these other coastal communities that are going to have this new service. So yeah, I think we're going to be busier.
Well, the new boat to service the North Coast will be in the water by the beginning of next season, and the boat destined to replace the Apollo will be in the water latest, Crocker says, by next March. Jacob Barker, CBC News, Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Searchers are looking for a swimmer who's been missing since yesterday evening in the waters off Tilting on Fogo Island. The 54-year-old man, is visiting the province. He went swimming in the ocean around 6:30 and was reported missing 2 hours later. Police say the man's believed to be a strong swimmer, and while there's been no sign of him yet, it's still very much a rescue mission.
Fighting cancer with photography. I'm Mark Quinn, and I'll tell you more about the breastless and beautiful calendar coming up on Here and Now.
Well, it hurts to say it, but Lab West, you could see a taste of flurries tonight and tomorrow morning. Some morning showers for the west coast of the island and a chance of afternoon showers in the east. I'll break it all down for you coming up a little later.
If you've bought up a pack of chili powder lately, you'll want to take a closer look. Our Compliments chili powder has been recalled due to a possible salmonella contamination. The product is sold in a 155-gram bag and was available for purchase across the country. Here's the product code and UPC number. They're also posted on our website, cbc.ca/NL. No illnesses have been reported just yet, but it's advised the powder should be thrown away or brought back to the store for a refund.
Well, the people behind a new cancer calendar project want to help others who struggle with cancer. We first told you about the Breastless and Beautiful calendar back in May. Well, now it's out, and it's being sold to raise money for families who have to deal with the financial hardships that cancer often brings. Here Now's Mark Quinn reports.
Shanna Fitzgerald says she hates being photographed, but this time, with some help from friends, she built up her courage and took a leap of faith.
I was blown away, actually. I really couldn't even believe it was me. Like, it doesn't even really look like me. But I'm excited. I'm so excited for everyone to see them.
Fitzgerald was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017. She had just had her fourth child a few months earlier and had recently started a new job.
And I had my first mastectomy. It was the day before I turned 36.
Fitzgerald chose to have her second breast removed too. There was no sign of cancer there, but she was dogged by a worry that she couldn't shake.
Leaving my 4 children without a mother, that was my biggest fear.
Fitzgerald says treatment was painful, and its difficulty was compounded by stress about money.
We were terrified. We were like, what are we going to do? How are we going to raise 4 kids and fight this?
And that's the problem this group of women set out to tackle with their Breastless and Beautiful calendar.
It's bad enough that, you know, you have to have chemotherapy, you have to have your breast removed, you have to try to take care of your family. You shouldn't have to worry about where your next groceries are coming from.
Money raised by the calendar will be donated to the Patient and Family Support Fund at the Dr. H. Bliss Murphy Cancer Care Foundation.
Met this group of women that were so welcoming and so lovely and who made me feel like this was exactly where I belonged, and I think that for me that was healing. And it helps me to know that I'm going to help somebody else.
The calendar is available now at breastlessandbeautiful.ca. The official launch is this weekend, and it will soon be available at Orange stores across the province. Mark Quinn, CBC News, St. John's.
The Gathering Place is known for feeding mouths, but soon it'll start fixing them. I'll take you into the newest dentist office in St. John's. That's coming up.
Now let's take a look at some of those sweet back-to-school photos you've been sending in all week long. This is Taylor Oak, and she started her first day in grade 7 at Villanova Junior High School, and she's 12 years old.
Fantastic and confident. And this is Christy Short, heading to her first day of school this year.
And here is 12-year-old Jonah Power. He is in grade 7 at Brother Rice this year.
Good lightning bolt. And this is Stella Russell, going to grade 3 at St. Edward's in CBS. Have a great year.
And Liam Russell is going to grade 4 at St. Edward's and CBS, and those are some great little chalkboards.
And here is Nevaeh Hawkins, a grade 3 student at Gould's Elementary.
And this is Nora. She's going into grade 1.
Looks like she's ready for dance there. And let's take a look. Our last one for now. This is Maria and Connor Bennett. Maria's going to grade 7 at St. Paul's Junior High, and Connor is in grade 11 at Holy Heart.
The most marginalized people in St. John's will soon have access to dental care at a new 2-chair clinic downtown.
The Gathering Place says the need is high, and so it's building the clinic at a cost of more than $150,000. But it isn't money that's coming from government grants, it's from donations. Here now's Katie Breen takes us on a tour now.
Well, what you see here, Katie, is the bare bones of a dental operatory. This is the guts of the operation. So this is going to be a state-of-the-art steri center in here, Katie, and you can see that we've got all the plumbing and electrics and things in place. And the idea here is to give everybody the same quality of care.
And who's going to staff it?
We have volunteer dentists and volunteer hygienists who have expressed an interest to come and work here.
What does this mean to the patients who come here?
This is just a tremendous gift to them. These people cannot, for a whole variety of reasons, access care anywhere else. I know that a lot of dentists in their own clinics will help people, but this is a place that's user-friendly and accessible to vulnerable patient groups.
Infections, how bad can they get? What can you see happen with that?
Well, they can be life-threatening at their worst. It can get so severe that people will be hospitalized and eventually they could die from them. Thankfully, the modern medical care doesn't allow that to happen too often, but the cost is significant for people.
The reality is that the people that we're most concerned about are not able to navigate in the system. And so the point of offering services in this site is this is their safe place. And we are demonstrating time and again that if you provide services in a place where people feel comfortable, respected, they will access the service.
How far out are you from making this a reality?
We are hoping that we'll be able to open the end of October, so we're quite close to the dream of having dental services, and truly at a community level where there are low barriers to enter.
Well, we have been flooded with back-to-school photos, and yeah, thanks to everyone for sending them in. It's been great. Let's have another look at some more students heading back to class. Here we are, Madeline. This is Madeline. She is heading to grade 2 at Catalina Elementary.
Nice smile.
Yeah. And this is Olivia, who is off to kindergarten at St. Bonaventure's.
She's got a nice looking globe there.
Look at
Great
that smiling
smile.
young man. That's Jack Doyle. He's starting grade 1 at Goulds Elementary.
Great. Keep up that enthusiasm, Jack.
Only a few more years.
This is Claire McDonald, very excited to be starting grade 3, book in hand.
Nice. 9-year-old Clara Higdon is heading to grade 4 at Woodland Elementary School in Dildo.
Is there like a sale on those chalkboards? It seems everybody has a chalkboard. Sorry. Now this little guy here is Spencer, and he had his first day of kindergarten this week, and he loved it.
Excellent. And this is Colton Flynn, who is attending Holy Cross Elementary, and he's got another one of those high-tech chalkboards that you were mentioning there. Excellent.
That was great.
So good.
That's very cute. And don't worry, are there more? There are more.
There are more, yeah.
Yeah, they're very cute to look at.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, now, is the weather cute to look at?
What a day. What a day.
Sorry, that was terrible. That's a terrible statement. Is the weather forecast cute to look at?
It's pretty. Today was really nice, and tomorrow is looking pretty good. Temperatures are dropping a little bit on Sunday, but let's start with a look at current temperatures. This is the picture in the province right now. 19 degrees in St. John's and for most of the island, but just check out Lab City. 7 degrees right now, and I'm sorry to say it's going to be staying very chilly there this evening. There are some showers moving through and perhaps even some flurries. Yes, there it is. You can see the blue there overnight tonight. Could see some flurries mixed in with those showers, and that could persist as well into tomorrow morning. So we do have a few showers, about 5 millimeters in the Cartwright area, 2 to 4 for Happy Valley, Goose Bay overnight tonight. Overnight lows in the low single digits for Labrador. On the island, mostly clear skies, a chance of some scattered showers on the northern peninsula, the St. Anthony area. And so as we head into Saturday, we have lots of scattered showers throughout the day, mostly clear to start for the St. John's central areas, but some early morning showers for the west coast as well as for parts of Labrador. And you can see that system, those showers kind of tracking east throughout the day. So if you're on the Avalon, this is going to be the picture tomorrow. If you have any outdoor plans, it's going to start off nice and clear, but then around 1 or 2 o'clock, there could be some brief showers and some rain here pushing through the Monte Vista area and Harbor Breton area, and then clears off again, and then we get into the 7 o'clock range. There could be another speck or two of showers as we head into the evening. So temperature-wise, starting off the day in St. John's at 12 degrees with mainly sunny skies, going to head up to about 20 degrees inland. If you're on the coast, it's going to feel cooler, and into the evening hours, we are turning to this northwesterly wind, and temperatures going down to about 16 degrees. So for the rest of the island, yes, 15 degrees if you're on the coast there, the Ferryland area, Placentia, looking at those temperatures tomorrow. 15 for Gander, 20 for Terra Nova, so you can see those showers that are going to be pushing throughout the day. And on the west coast, chance of showers as well in the morning, but then that should be clearing off in the afternoon, and temperatures in the mid-teens there. Heading up to the Straits area, we have some northwesterly winds, keeping things fairly cool, a mix of sun and cloud for most places, but a chance of showers for Cartwright and Mary's Harbor in the morning. And for the rest of Labrador, yeah, have a possibility of some flurries for Lab West in the morning tomorrow. Northwesterly winds and a chance of showers along the coast there as well, and temperatures in the upper single digits. I'll have a look at your Sunday forecast coming up a bit later. Jeremy?
Thanks, Carolyn. Memorial University students are nearing the end of Welcome Week, and as they settle back into classes for the fall semester. Today, the student body came together at a tent gathering, all to celebrate Indigenous culture. The CBC's Andrew Sampson dropped by.
My name is Brianna Brown. I'm studying business at Memorial University, and I am from Happy Valley Goose Bay, Labrador. Today we're having a tent gathering just to get everyone together to celebrate Indigenous culture, and we're having food, duck corn chowder, and it's really good. It's awesome.
It makes people feel belonging, you know? It makes people connect and engage and belong, which is the kind of 3 principles that we wish to espouse during Mun Welcome Week.
It's very important, certainly for Aboriginal students themselves, to be here, to be together and to showcase their culture, and is part of a, you know, we're challenged, I think, as all Canadian universities are, and certainly here in Newfoundland, with making a place for, and not just that, but also incorporating our history much more honestly into our curriculum, into what we do.
Standing approximately where we are right now, and you're kind of standing where the pan of the truck was. He leaned across the pan of the truck and took the shots.
Police have laid charges in last week's shooting involving this couple. They dropped to the ground to avoid being shot.
So why don't the charges include attempted murder? We'll talk to a lawyer to get some answers.
we're fearful of our lives, and people need to know this. So if we die tomorrow or because of this family, at least people will know.
He told me straight up that he would make sure that if I ever entered Hatchet Cove again, that he was going to kill me.
Now, police say this pair was shot at last weekend in Hatchet Cove over what appears to be a family dispute over this cabin, but the couple, Edison Avery and his partner Chris Neal, say it's much more than that. They say they've been threatened many times by the alleged shooter, the brother of Avery's ex-wife, and now they are afraid for their lives.
We were standing approximately where we are right now, and you were kind of standing where the pan of the truck was. He leaned across the pan of the truck and took the shots.
From how far away?
The width of the truck, the width of the pan of the truck, so 4 or 5 feet. Wow. So it was very close range. I want people to know, I'm telling the police, I've told the police, I've been to court. I'm confident if something isn't done with him, that we will die.
Now, one man, Harvey Merlin Price, faces multiple charges: discharging a firearm with intent, pointing a firearm, uttering threats, and possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. He's been released on bail, and police say an investigation is ongoing. But those charges are a surprise to some who are left wondering, in a case like this, why is Merlin not charged with attempted murder? So I put those questions to lawyer Aaron Breen. All right, Aaron, maybe you could discuss these charges and explain the difference between attempted murder and discharging a firearm with an attempt to do bodily harm.
Okay, so for an attempted murder charge, when that goes to trial, the Crown would have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the accused person had the specific intent to kill, which is a different mental element than the mental element required in the charge that I understand has been laid here. The charge that's been laid here is discharging a firearm with the intent for bodily harm, which could include maiming, disfiguring, or endangering the life of a person. So the courts have consistently found that these are two very different mental elements.
Right. But in terms of gathering the evidence, how do police or lawyers distinguish between my intent to kill somebody and to really injure them?
Okay, and that comes from the evidence that they gather from the case.
Right.
So it will come from witness interviews, perhaps forensic analysis or investigation, basically their entire investigation. And then you can, look at the circumstances of the offense to infer what the intent was. But because attempted murder has a very high threshold, it's a specific intent to kill, that can be a difficult threshold for the Crown to meet.
So Aaron, one reason authorities might decide to opt for the charge involving bodily harm and intent to cause bodily harm might be because it's easier to get a conviction?
Well, the police have a different threshold, than the Crown. The police have to have reasonable grounds to believe that the offense occurred. So they have to look at all their evidence, and determine if they've met that threshold to lay the charge. But practically speaking, they know then that the charge is going to be prosecuted.
Right.
The Crown Attorney has to look at the charge and look at the evidence and determine, is there a reasonable prospect of conviction? So if you keep in mind that to convict an accused person has to be proof beyond a reasonable doubt, that is a different standard.
Right.
If the police are aware that there is no chance they are ever going to get a conviction on a particular charge, even if they have the reasonable ground standard, practically they, you would have to weigh what is the utility in laying this charge.
So Aaron, some people watching at home might think if you get charged with attempted murder is much more serious, and that the other charge, firing with intent to cause bodily harm, not so serious, but it actually is a serious charge.
It is a very serious charge. It's under section 244 of the Criminal Code. You will see there that the mandatory minimum sentence is 4 years in jail.
4 minimum.
4 minimum, but that does not mean that every person who is convicted of this offense is going to get a 4-year sentence. The maximum sentence is 14 years in jail. So a judge would consider all of the aggravating and mitigating circumstances at play and then sentence the person accordingly.
Okay. Last question for you, because I know it's something that people have been thinking about with respect to this in our conversation. Warning shots. So somebody comes on my property, I said, I don't want to kill them. I don't even want to hurt them. I'm just going to fire this and hope they run away. Where does that fit into all this?
Well, there are other charges under the Criminal Code as well, okay? So it really does point out the difference in the mental intent or the mental element of the offense.
Right.
So for example, if I'm just being careless or I'm being negligent, basically I don't care who is in danger, or I'm going to fire off not caring who is around,
Yeah.
then there is another charge and potentially other lesser serious offenses under the criminal code, but one is quite serious and also carries a 4-year
right.
mandatory minimum, which is the discharging a firearm negligently.
Okay.
So, you know, we are dealing with, once you have a loaded firearm that is fired,
Yeah.
very serious charges with very serious sentences.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate you explaining the law to me and to all of our viewers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I feel a lot of parts of the city are over here, especially on the hills, overlooked a lot. It always has.
The St. John's Edge came to St. John Bosco to revitalize their basketball court. I'm Jeremy Eaton, and I'll tell you all about it coming up. Welcome back to Here and Now. Students at St. John Bosco and Shea Heights have a revitalized basketball court thanks to the St. John's Edge. The professional basketball team offered to spruce up the playing surface to give the kids a place to play. I stopped by to check it out earlier today.
Guys will enjoy this court for years and years to come, so we thank them.
Big round of applause, guys. They contacted Mike over the summer, one of the parents of the community, and said there was an interest from some of the senior management in coming up to rejuvenate our court. And then when we came back to school last week preparing to get ready, we received a call from them saying that they were coming by and they were ready to paint and ready to go, and we were very excited.
Hands down my side. You guys ready? Oh, there you go.
The lines are more darker. You can see the nets are like awesome. You can the basketball things on it. You can see everything. It's like last time it was like white and it was all crusty, and now it's brand new and I love it.
They painted backboards, did the lines, did the pole. It was like all the backboards were white and like the pole was like all tore up, and the lines you could barely see them, and now it looks great.
I feel a lot of parts of the city are over here, especially on the hills, overlooked a lot. It always has, but I don't discriminate anything. I mean, I'll go to any part of Newfoundland. Obviously, I'm from out around the bay. The outport communities in certain parts get overlooked a lot, and you know, we're willing to go all across the island, and there'll be another announcement coming up here shortly of where we're hosting our training camp and stuff, and that'll be very interesting as well. The ownership group takes it very serious of giving back to St. John's and to Newfoundland for that matter, and we spend all throughout the course of the season, and we're trying to target all groups, not just certain ones. And if you followed us closely, we've been very active in the community, and like I told you guys day one when I first decided to take the job, I was like, we'll have a strong community presence and try to regrow basketball. So this is just another step in the right direction.
Pretty awesome, because obviously these opportunities don't come along very often. So when an organization such as The Edge, again, very well respected in the city and the province, when they approached us and said that they'd like to rejuvenate the basketball court, we were like, arms wide open, welcome to St. John Bosco, how can we help?
I'm looking forward to lunchtime when all the students come out here for their free time to see this court being really, so beautiful and used so well. So it's going to be an amazing opportunity.
Well, for recess and lunch, you come up here and play I play one-on-one with my friends. The first day the Edge actually did a court, I came up here and played 5-on-5 with a couple of my friends. It was fun.
Very big privilege for me personally to come and help work on your court, because I grew up playing on a court like this, similar to the pavement, but I grew up playing basketball on the pavement. For you guys to have this in your neighborhood and outside your school is great. So hopefully you guys use it. We brought some basketballs. We're also going to give the school 200 tickets so all you guys can come to the game. We'll actually give 250 so the parents or the teachers can come as well. And, just thanks for your support, and it's a pleasure for us to be up here, okay?
This school has such a rich history in basketball, and we rely a lot on our community partners because we realize it takes a village to raise a child, and we're certainly excited to have St. John's Edge as part of this village.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was great.
250 tickets.
That's lots of there's 200 students in the school, so they all get to go, and it's going to be for the home opener. And the kids are all pretty pumped about it.
So is Carl English actually down there painting the lines? And
that's what he didn't want to talk about it, but he was actually there himself.
Sorry.
Doing the
foul.
Thing. Technical.
Yeah, sorry about
that. But anyways, it's
fantastic.
Yeah,
it's great. Well, if you saw our Windsor Lake by-election debate last night, you caught the three candidates talking about their positions on the various issues. And positions, of course, very important in political campaigns and in sign wars. In this busy part of the district, PC candidate Ches Crosby's lawn signs are mysteriously close to Liberal Paul Antle's. Surely a coincidence, or perhaps a cover-up.
Rolling along. Recreational marijuana will be legal in Canada this fall, but if you work for the military, there will be some extra rules. The Department of National Defence is unveiling its pot policy.
Because of course the law is changing and we want to be prepared for it and want to make sure that our membership is prepared. So the whole intent of the policy is to respect the law of the land while ensure that we have operational effectiveness and the well-being of our force.
Military members cannot use cannabis within 8 hours of being on duty, and they aren't allowed to smoke or ingest it during the workday. The rule applies to both uniformed and civilian members. Also, if you handle weapons or ammunition, you can't smoke weed 24 hours before duty. There's also a ban on using while serving on operations at home or abroad.
Barack Obama took on Donald Trump today. The former U.S. president attacked Trump and the pervasiveness of increasingly divisive political rhetoric.
It did not start with Donald Trump. He is a symptom, not the cause. He's just capitalizing on resentments that politicians have been fanning for years.
Obama spoke to students at the University of Illinois, and he urged them not to wait for a savior, but to get out and vote in the midterm elections if they want things to change.
Burberry, the luxury clothing and accessories brand, says it's ending a wasteful practice, one that more mainstream retailers like H&M have similarly come under fire for. The company will no longer destroy unsold products. Salima Shivji reports on why Burberry chose to destroy its clothes and why it's deciding to stop.
staple on the world's runways, Burberry had a major misstep this summer. Its annual report let slip that many unsold items were burned, more than $48 million worth, all to avoid them ending up severely marked down, thus weakening the brand. The backlash on social media was swift. Burberry shamed with the hashtag Burnberry and calls for a boycott. Today, an about-face. Modern luxury means being socially and environmentally responsible, said the CEO. And so Burberry will no longer burn unsold products. Instead, we'll focus on recycling and donating them.
The timing actually makes a heck of a lot of sense. Announcing at Fashion Week where they're going to get maximum exposure and coincidentally not letting it drag out forever.
At this showroom for Toronto Fashion Week, the news spread quickly.
Because they're the first to do it, we're going to be cynical and be skeptical that they're just doing this as like a PR move. But I think as a whole, designers are more conscious of like what they're doing to the environment now.
We deconstruct them and we make new pieces like this.
Adam Taubenfliegel shows off his denim line made of recycled jeans. He doesn't care what prompted Burberry's decision.
If social media calling out irresponsible practices motivates you to make better changes, then that's fantastic.
The problem is, burning the clothes is easier, and some government policies even reward it.
If you are a retailer and you're importing garments to sell in Canada and you don't sell them for whatever reason, you will receive a credit on your next duty if you landfill or incinerate it.
She says that needs to change, but so do shopping habits. High demand drives overproduction, leaving items stuck on shelves waiting to be burned. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Toronto.
The game itself is not working for us, so we certainly had to revisit it.
Has Chase the Ace killed the bingo star?
A bingo hall in Cape Breton calls it quits after 40 years.
Welcome back. We're going to get to the weather in just a moment, but first, more students heading back to school this week. We actually received more submissions for this than we did for the birthdays and anniversaries.
Really?
That's saying
amazing.
something.
That is a lot.
So here we have cut two cousins. This is Abby and Mason. Abby is going to grade 5 at Juniper Ridge, and Mason is starting kindergarten at Roncalli.
Christy Burke, is seen here, is going to grade 3 at Admiral's Academy in Conception Bay South.
Nice. And this is Chloe McDonald, who is off to grade 8, and Hunter McDonald is heading to grade 7 at Stephenville Middle School.
Yeah, and here is Chantel Hiscock heading to her first day of grade 2 at Catalina Elementary.
And this is Avery McGrath of St. Philip's, and she had her first day of kindergarten at Beachy Cove Elementary.
Yeah, nice. And this is Alexander Wiseman on his first day of grade 3. He flew to Bishop Abraham. Congratulations.
And here's Alexander Jackman on his very first day of school, heading off to kindergarten. Aww.
And here we have Ava Gallup, who is attending grade 3 at Goulds Elementary this year.
And Grace O'Leary is also going to grade 3, and she's heading off to Mary Queen of Peace.
And another. This is Cameron and Nathan Edwards. Cameron is in grade 8, and Nathan is in grade 10.
Looking good, boys and girls,
Yeah.
looking good.
Covered a lot of grades there,
Yeah,
from
we
K
did.
to 10, I think. Yeah,
Absolutely.
good luck.
So now it's time to have a look at your weekend weather forecast. Not looking too bad, a little bit cool on Sunday. Going to start with having a look at how things are unfolding tonight, in particular in Labrador. As I mentioned earlier, you can see those flurries pushing through Lab West overnight tonight and could still be sticking around tomorrow morning as well. Happy Valley Goose Bay may see a little taste of that, and we have some showers on the island. It's going to be mainly a clear day for most places with a few little showers throughout the day. So the west should see the showers kind of in the morning, and the east and central more later in the afternoon. So for Labrador, looking at some cooler temperatures, 8 degrees as the high for Lab City tomorrow, and 12 degrees for the Cartwright area, 13 for Happy Valley Goose Bay with a chance of showers in the morning. So heading into Saturday night, look at all of these patchy showers throughout the evening, but then things clear off quite nicely for pretty much everyone on Sunday. A chance of a few showers there, but mainly we're looking at a mix of sun and cloud on the island. Temperatures dipping down to about 14 or 15 degrees, so it is going to feel a little bit cooler, a little bit crisper with those northwesterly winds on Sunday, but it's still going to be quite nice. For Labrador, a mix of sun and cloud as well there, and temperatures 10 degrees for western Labrador on Sunday. So as we head into Monday, we do have a chance of some showers there, mostly clear on the island. Temperatures boosting up a little bit for west and for the central area, but 14 degrees as the high for the east on Monday afternoon. For Labrador, mostly cloudy skies, and temperatures are between 14 and 18 degrees there. So this is the picture for the 5-day forecast. You can see a nice stretch of sun and cloud Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And on Tuesday in the east, getting back to that 19-degree mark, which is quite nice, and 16 with some showers there on Wednesday. For central areas, cloudy skies on Tuesday and some showers moving in as well on Wednesday. 18 degrees as the high there, getting up to the 20-degree mark for the west on Tuesday, but some showers moving in on the island there later in the week, and lots of cloud cover for eastern Labrador, but temperatures going back up. You can see 13 on Saturday, but by the time you get to Wednesday, you're back to 21 degrees. So hopefully that will hold true. And for western Labrador, a similar story. Temperatures dip down on the weekend, but then head back up as you get into the midweek with a mix of sun and cloud. That's your forecast. Jeremy, back to you.
Thanks, Carolyn. Bingo dabbers have gone dry in New Waterford, Nova Scotia. After 40 years, the local bingo hall is calling it quits. Organizers blame declining enrollment and a new game that's been taking that island, as well as ours, by storm. Here's Gary Mansfield on why they're bailing on bingo.
Bingo has been played here for decades, but after 40 years, the last number has been called, and the Friday night game in New Waterford has been cancelled.
The population of our community is getting older, and it's harder for seniors to get out and play, and the younger people are not in tune to bingo anymore, so the game itself is not working for us, so we certainly had to revisit it and shut it down.
In its heyday, bingo attracted as many as 1,000 people, but now they're lucky if 300 show up to play.
Can't be steadily losing money. Over the last number of weeks, we've lost 1,000 here and 1,500 there, and now the last week we've lost money in the tunes of $3,000.
As revenues decline, organizers turn to another popular game, Chase the Ace. As bingo decreases across the province, the popularity of Chase the Ace has skyrocketed. In Cape Breton alone, there's been 4 jackpots exceeding $1 million. Dave Wilton hopes by bailing out on bingo, chasing the ace will pay off.
I think they're playing Chase the Ace due to the numbers that are involved. Their disposable cash for this kind of gambling, they don't mind spending 30 and 40 and 50 and even hundreds of dollars to buy a ticket.
I'm a Chase the Ace fan.
On the street, some embrace the Chase the Ace craze, but others feel losing bingo is a huge blow to the community.
I wish that we could keep it together or keep more people coming or whatever the case may be, but yes, it is a loss to the community for sure, especially for our district and community rink.
Organizers say if Chase the Ace doesn't work out, they plan to look for government assistance to maintain the rink. Gary Mansfield, CBC News, New Waterford.
A major military attack in Syria has been averted for now. The presidents of Turkey, Russia, and Iran met today in Tehran to find a way to end the Syrian civil war. Iran and Russia were in favor of a military strike in the province of Idlib. While Turkey asked for a ceasefire, Idlib is the rebels' last major stronghold. About 3 million people live there. And though the leaders agreed they would work together on a solution, just what that is has yet to be decided.
Here's today's viewer photo of the day. Isn't this gorgeous?
I see a theme this week. So, Jeremy, what do you see? What do you see in the clouds this time?
Oh my God, I would fail this test. I have no idea.
Come on. How can we judge you if you don't?
Smoke on the water and fire in the sky? I don't know.
Very good. I like that.
It's beautiful wherever
I'll
it is.
let you know where this photo was taken after the break. I'll give you one hint.
Yep.
It's in a cove that you could eat off of.
Plate Cove.
Ah, nice. Nailed it.
I was going to say Cuckold's Cove, but I don't
was
think you can eat off that.
Easiest clue ever.
You can eat off it, and it begins with P and ends with late. that viewer. Welcome back to Here and Now. Since it's Friday, that means it's time to take a look at who's celebrating special birthdays and anniversaries this week.
Happy 90th birthday today to Stella Humber in Corner Brook. Also in Corner Brook, Emma Higdon celebrated her 93rd birthday on Wednesday. And a happy 94th birthday yesterday to Edith Head in Grand Falls, Windsor. She's there in the pictures you see with her 2 daughters. And a happy 52nd wedding anniversary to Jack and Judy Vey. Their big day was on the 1st. Also on the 1st, 50th anniversary greetings to Ted and Ross Keynes in Mount Pearl.
Happy 53rd anniversary to Mary and Gilbert Kinsella in St. Anthony. Bert and Gladys Paddock in Roberts Arms celebrated their 71st anniversary yesterday. And this coming Monday, Bert celebrates his 92nd birthday. Congratulations. Happy 60th anniversary to Janet and Willis Rousel in Leading Tickles. On August the 28th, Sylvia and Albert Porter celebrated their 60th anniversary. Originally, they're from Mount Pearl, but they now live in Paris, Ontario, and they always watch Here and Now. Happy 61st anniversary today to Hardy and Jeanette Lambert in Gander, formerly of Twillingate.
And a happy 52nd wedding anniversary on Tuesday to Edward and Tryphena Gale in Pollards Point, White Bay. Ross and Shirley Steele from St. John's will celebrate their 60th anniversary tomorrow. Congratulations. And anniversary greetings to Alf and Judy Galton of Brookfield, who celebrated their 50th yesterday. A happy 51st anniversary last Saturday to Maxine and Raymond Gujou in Corner Brook. Happy 50th anniversary greetings to Bev and Audrey Shea in Glenwood.
Happy 62nd wedding anniversary to Freeman and Mary Ellen Hillier living at Calmer in the Burin Peninsula. On Sunday, Bert and Marina Short celebrate 59 years together. Congratulations. Happy 58th wedding anniversary to Stan and Doris Butler in CBS. Their big day was on Monday. Happy 95th birthday this past Wednesday to Jessie Kellaway in Pools Island. Happy birthday wishes to Chesley Howell of Paradise, who turned 99 years old on September the 5th.
And a happy 51st anniversary to Bill and Rosemary White of Springdale from your daughters and their families. And Molly Fitzpatrick from Corner Brook is celebrating her 96th birthday on Saturday. A happy 92nd birthday to Phyllis Lambert, originally from Greats Cove, now living in Carbonear. She celebrates on Sunday. And a happy 65th wedding anniversary to Arch and Margaret Spencer of Marystown. And of course, they had a big celebration for her on Tuesday.
Happy birthday to Dorothy Pryor, formerly from Grand Bank, now residing in Paradise, who is celebrating her 92nd birthday on September 11th. Happy 55th wedding anniversary to Gerald and Rosanna Fudge of Ramia, celebrating on Monday. Greetings from their family and friends. Happy 53rd anniversary to Ivan and Glenda Penny of Milton, coming this Monday. Happy birthday greetings go out to Netta Short in Corner Brook from her family. She turns 90 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Congratulations once again to everyone celebrating. Fine crowd there.
Yes, we had to balance the chronologically advanced with all the young people that we put on earlier
Lots
in the
of
show.
pictures
Right?
tonight.
A lot of pictures tonight. It was great.
All right, so let's have a look at our viewer photo of the day. And yes, Jeremy, you got it. Plate Cove was where this shot was taken. Very nice.
I still want to know what you see in the clouds, because I find the psychiatric analysis of you
Oh God, my brain.
always
I don't think that
challenging.
there's enough time on here now to get into what's going on
inside your mind.
No.
Beautiful shot, though.
Yeah,
A lot of clouds.
Great.
A lot of
Thank
kids, a lot of
you.
clouds.
A lot of clouds, a lot of kids. Yeah, Tommy, again, thank you very much for sending this in. Sent it into our email address, nlphotos@cbc.ca. So if you have a shot that you'd like to see on the news, please go ahead and send it to us.
Keep them coming.
Yeah.
And if you send in some cloud photos, Anthony will try to analyze what's going on in my head.
Yeah.
Nobody gets paid enough.
No, that's true. That's true. But I do that kind of thing for free just because it's so entertaining to get there. I'm going to be away next week on some kind of assignment, so you're going to be holding down the fort a bit, and you're going to be here as well. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you the week after next.
Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great night, everyone. Good night.